Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Today I'm streaming round 5 and 6 of the round robin for the first league, and today I'm following Imor. Basically just to tell you straight away, there are no rewards for watching this stream. There is a stream on the portal that gives you rewards. You need to go to the second league for that because they have the grand finals. So if you have that playing on your screen, then you will get reward for that. Make sure that the tab stays active, make sure that you are logged in, and know that once the battle starts, which is in like 5 minutes, you need to actually click the button basically saying that you agree with watching or whatever, or that the timer has started. It gives a pop-up, and the timer doesn't start until after you click that. So I'm certain that Robert will be streaming for long enough for everyone to get their rewards. But fair warning, the stream is in Spanish. So you will not, well, unless you speak Spanish, of course, you will not understand a word. That being said, though, I am going to be focusing on the first league. I wanted to do that more because I've been streaming the round robins for the EU server. So it would have felt weird to just not stream these. So yeah, this is the current scoreboard. Serenity and Jones both having 4 points. Appa, Raid, BPS and other BPS all having 2 points. And Imor and First having 0 points. Now like I said, we are streaming Imor today. And basically they have no points right now. But that doesn't mean that they're not epic. I've seen them in winter season. They came second. And they were a newly formed team. And it's sort of like they still need to kind of gel together and all of that. And I know they can be utterly epic because I've seen it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them play this evening, and we're gonna get some epic games in any case. So yeah, there's a 3-minute delay on the stream, which is also why I'm not yet going into the room, because I want to make sure that people cannot stream snipe one another. Though I have no doubt that these teams would be professional enough to not actually do that. But yeah, we've got Imor versus Appa, followed by Imor versus First today. And they're best of 7s, which means that the first team that reaches 4 victories will get the point. And for all these, basically the points are very, very important. Imor has to win in order to have a chance to reach the top 4. And basically Appa, they all do. Appa and First all have to win. But for Imor and First it will be a bit more tricky that way. So yeah, that is what we've got to look forward to. In 3 minutes, the pop-up will come on the portal. I've got it playing on my This is so god. I feel this is so weird because I've got like 2 screens right now. My laptop is what I usually do, but thanks to a very dear friend of mine, I've got a second screen recently, which means that I've got OBS in the YouTube chat on that one, and then I have the portal stream on my iPad, and I've got my phone next to me. I'm basically just digitalized everywhere. And it feels really, really weird. But it is kind of needed. Well, not my phone, to be honest. But the rest, I want the rewards too. And I like it when Wargaming gives away free stuff. So I will be watching that. No, not watching, but I will have it playing. And in that way, I will be supporting Robert as well. So that's good. Anyhow, we've got Imor ready with 2 60TPs, 4 IS7s and an LT. And Appa is getting ready in 2 IS7s, a concept 1B and LT, potentially 2 different kinds of VKs, and potentially desktop, but I highly doubt that. There we go, that makes more sense, a 60TP. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the very first match of this evening. And can't wait, really. We are starting it off on Middelburg. Middelburg, very interesting map, because generally it is easier to take the city than it is to take the hill. At the same time, when you got teams like this, you need to get focus on the bases as well, and it's always tricky. And when you've got those 2 VKs, they're probably meant to be holding the city, so not sure what they're going to do. One of them has been switched out now for another 60TP, and anything can happen with these kind of lineups, to be honest. So will be interesting to see what's going to happen and how they're going to do. Because like I said, there's a lot riding on it for these guys. Imor has to win pretty much every single match from now on in order to have a chance to reach the top 4. And Appa needs to win in order to secure the top 4 position. Because right now, there are so many, basically, there's a 1 and 2, and then you have 3 to 6, all got the same points. So points are very important now. 12 seconds left to go, and then we go into the very first match of this evening. Kakalo. Come on, you do need to react. Oh, dear God, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, the pop-up is now on the portal, so you need to click affirmative there. And there we go. Timers are going. I will keep an eye on that as well. But Kakalo, you nearly gave me a heart attack there, dude. We see a kraanwagen in Jennifer. That's going to be very interesting as well. We haven't seen one this season just yet. Kraanwagen used to be all the meta, and then it wasn't. But it's still a very good tank, especially in the hands of these kind of players. I mean, tanks are meta for a reason, but that doesn't mean that other tanks do not work. Like we see with the Concept 1B that makes an appearance every now and again. They've taken it out now, but there's reasons for that. It's a good tank. Alco going to cap the base. Covaldo spotting the people going up, but no damage has been done yet. Blind shots are being fired, but no damage has been done. Base B has been capped. Cobalt there to spot. And pretty much we're going to have a hill showdown by the looks of it. So that's going to be interesting on its own. Upo gets spotted there. Shots fired, no damage being done yet. Base A is now being capped. The VK is staying down. But Emo has a slight point advantage of about a tank and a half. So now basically we enter the phase where it's generally just a bit of hold down, holding, not much happening. And they will be sort of like testing the waters with each other. See if they can make each other bleed a little bit. Alco. Oof, Yennefer has taken the first hit, but we see shots happening from Mapkick. I'm probably pronouncing the names all wrong and I do apologize. Tiny bit of damage into Jennifer again there. Thing is, when you do that, you do a little bit of damage. Oof, Alco taking a hit there. Kanyotsu has been spotted, so they know that he's moving. Alco is in a tricky position. Because you have these guns, like both those two, together with him. He is losing too much HP here. And Kanyotsu is there. But now we have Cobalt arriving. And he is taking big hits now. Base C is being kept. Base B is still contested. Alco is almost gone. He is going to be gone. There's nothing they can do about it. He does get another shot in. But it's not in a low HP tank. Probably he couldn't hit him. Kanyotsu gets murdered here. Base C has not been kept. Base B is being stolen. And there are 2 guns down. Emo is in a tricky situation here. And this is basically... Now we have another tank arriving at the base B. Shrek's moving in. They know they need to get their base back. But at the same time, there are multiple guns down. And that is very dangerous. Now they're capping the base. But Appa is at 750 points right now. They kind of need all the bases they can get. And now we have... Look at this. Look at this. Yasuo and Cobalt both going after Shrek here. And you can only angle towards one direction. They've got the guns to spare for this. And basically right now, it just means that tank... Oof, that bounce also. This is not Emo's game. Appa has got this game. Fairly certain. They've got the bases. They've got the gun advantage. And they're just not, unless they magically ammo rack people, they're not going to be able to do enough quickly enough with only 3 guns. Ball one taking hits here. Social credit going to be taken out here. Ball one not much longer for this world, but we hit 1k points and they survive, but Appa gets the point for the first game. And I think this basically stood and fell with Elko there. He was just in a position that wasn't working. He lost his HP too quickly because Appa had those guns in the hills aimed at his position. And he couldn't get out of there. And the only way that he could get out of there was to get shot more. Very clever gameplay from Appa. And it's sort of just like falling apart with that, because that left the LT alone versus the VK and the other LT. And then it just sort of like spiraled from there. So let's see. 1 minute left to go. Emu now ready with... Ooh, we see it. Oh god, I've been wondering about that. If the 268-4 is going to make an appearance, and it is. This is exactly... Well, I don't know if it's going to work yet, but this is exactly why I hate tier 10 tanks being released mid-tournament season. Especially behind a gamble wall. Oof. Let's see. 4 IS-7s, 2 268-4s, potentially 1 LT, versus a VK, an IS-7, 2 60TPs, 2 Yoos and a Kranwagen. They have 15 seconds to continue readying up. Let's see. This is the thing though, like, if these tanks perform well, then oh my god. The thing is, I made a review about the tank and all, and I do not think it's OP, but if they're facing you head on, you can barely pen them. If they're angled slightly differently and just everything, then they can be very juicy, and they're not mobile enough to deal with tanks trying to flank them and all. So in that way it is balanced, but if it is a future meta tournament tank, then I'm honestly not pleased with wargaming. Because the thing is, I'm not a fan. Look at this. Alco and Balvan cheekily going towards base B. Taking base B, taking base A. But this is the thing though, it's always tricky to take a base here. Balvan does take a hit for that. Appa now going back into town. And those 2 268-4s have been spotted. Appa arriving. They are focus firing. Every shot here is important. The Kranwagen. Oh! Big hits happening. Ball one not looking too healthy. It kind of seems like Imo is caught out a little bit. We have the 268s going after the VK. Not really joining into the brawl. There goes Balvan. Masio is the preferred target here. But they're chasing the VK. What on earth? There goes social credit. Upo is not long for this world either. And there's not much they can do about it. In this case, I do not understand why the TDs did not support the team but just went out chasing after a VK around the building. The potential is there. There goes Alco. There goes Mupkick, but that's the first Appa gun they've taken out. And not sure what he's... It is... There he goes. In this case, though, I think this loss from Immo isn't so much about these tanks being used, because they can be troll SF and do fantastically. But a big issue... Oof, there goes Masio. Yazio-tastic. Now he can he also distract. They're going to get behind him, and there he goes. In this case, I think it's the fact that the TDs just did not go with the team. They did not support the team. They started chasing a VK around the building. He does get another kill in, but it's not going to be enough. To be fair, yeah, he's now being hugged to death. But he survived for longer than I thought he would. He can actually... Can he squeeze through there? Yeah, not enough. And the second game is for Appa as well. Also, just to reiterate... The streams are on the portal, but there's only one reward stream on the portal, and that's the grand finals of the second league. Not this one. You're more than happy to hang out. You're more than welcome to hang out here. I'm happy to have you, but if you want to get the rewards, you need to watch through the grand finals of the second league through the portal while you're logged in. It only works if you're from the EU server, though, so take that into account as well. 1 minute and 15 seconds left before we go into the second map of this matchup. Winter Marinovka. We see the 268-4s are staying. And we see Immo taking 4 IS-7s, 2 268-4s and an LT. Versus, let's see, 3 LTs, 3 IS-7s and a Yo. Let's see. This is the thing that, when I see little things like that, I always feel a little bit frustrated, and it's not, I don't know, it's because I know they're better than what we're seeing, and I want them to show that, because they are epic, and it's just not coming out right now. 18 seconds left to go before we go into the third match of this best of 7. And Immo will have to stand back up on their feet and get kicking. To be honest, by the way, it's not Wargaming's misinformation, because the text in the news is clear. If you read it all, if you only read Desperate Reward teams on the 7th, 11th, 12th and 13th, then you're reading it wrong, because it does state lower that it's just the grand finals from the second league and the final stages from the first league that give rewards. Let's see. Immo heading towards the BC area, Appa focusing on the AB-ish area. Algo gets spotted. Takes a hit. He is now in a pretty precarious position. We see some crossfire happening. A little bit of blood having been drawn, but not too much. And now we have Masio. The thing is that with no one over here, it means that Alco can freely get shot at. And that is an issue, because he's going, oof, big hit there into the map kick. And he might be the sacrificial lamb, but that is very dangerous to do. Alco is going to be the first gun gone. Jennifer loses a lot of HP here. The 268-4's now going to focus on map kick. And it doesn't turn that quickly. Now they have him to deal with. So he's behind the rock and he's keeping both of them busy. Jennifer arriving at the back. And now we have Masio arriving. Yennefer still alive. Upo getting hit. This is Appa just playing very strongly, and again, basically these TDs are being... There goes Oziolek. There goes Kaniotsu, and now it's just Kakalo on his own here. And he will get some shots in, but he's going to be dead very soon. There he goes. But this is the thing. The guns haven't been taken out on the other side, and the TDs were left alone again. And I think... There goes Upo. That is the biggest issue here. There's some low HP targets, but they're pretty much all low HP targets. And now it's just Balban that is left. And there's nothing he can do about it. It's not going to be enough to survive. Okay, that was funny. And there we go, flying turret and all. New hat for Masio. And like, I know the DPM potential of the 268-4s is there. So I get why they are taking them. But they're sort of like leaving them to their own devices, and that's not working out. Basically, Appa is doing a fantastic job of tearing the emo team apart, quite literally, and then picking them off. Basically, Mapkick just... Oh, Cobalt, one of the LTs, being behind that rock, occupying both of them, allowing more Appa guns to come in. Yennefer surviving on that little HP for that long a time, arriving at the back of the 268-4s, that allowed him to get a lot of shots in, and now Appa is up for match points. The 268-4s can work really well, but they're too isolated in the team setup that they're being used to right now. Imor is sticking with them though, taking 4 IS-4s, 2-4s and an LT, versus 3 IS-4s, 3 LTs, IS-7s, 3 LTs, and an Yo. Let's see. 32 seconds left to go. Potentially the last match for this matchup, because Appa is up for match point now. And it is quite brutal. Come on, Imor. If only for the fact that I want more tournament matches and not just show replays along a lot of time. Definitely just carry. I know you've got it in you. We've seen it in winter season. And this is just, it's not coming out right now. Let's see. Because the thing is, if Imor does not win this, then they pretty much have no hope for the final stages. Because then they can only get 2 points. That's going to be very tricky, because at least a few teams will have 3 points then. And of course we have Jones's Serenity already with 4. Alco going for an early B cap. Appa focusing entirely on the base C side. That can make things very difficult. Yennefer has been spotted. Masio not decapping the base. Shots fired, no damage being done yet. They've left base A. And I think in this case it would be good to cap that. Base C is not yet capped. We have the LTs and the IS-7 forming a wolf pack, shooting at Upo, who is in it. Very cold out there. This is so clever. They need to take out Yennefer, and they need to take him out quickly. Imor is responding. But again, Appa with the smooth moves here. Mapkick gets taken out. Yennefer being focused on. Now, this is what I mean. Upo gets taken out. But now the TDs are... Did Kakalo go AFK? Not sure what happened there. But the damage potential of these tanks... They are kind of like blocking each other now. Not sure what happened there. And they're sort of like leaving them to their own devices. Osiolek has been taken out. Both of them are so low on HP. And that is 3 tanks gone in just a split second. 3 versus 3 now. And that is an important track shot because that's going to make him lose more HP. And that not panning is going to be equally important. This focus fire by Appa, I want to call attention to that because this is going to be very likely Appa's game purely because of that. Not sure what happened with those dash 4s. Kakalo seemed to be turning in the weird direction, everything. Not sure what happened, if that was an internet issue or if that was conscious decision. But just the focus fire here, where they just both went after the same tank, makes all the difference. Now we have Shraksh on his own, managing to survive a little bit longer. Getting some more damage in, but it's not going to be enough. He's not even trying to run away though. And there he goes. Appa wins this matchup 4-0. Thing is, I will show you some replays from the 268-4. You can see how he can perform, and they seem to be working really well until Kakalo started facing that little bit of building when there was no enemy to shoot there. I'm not sure what happened there. That was so weird. But overall, fantastic gameplay by Appa here. Can't deny that. They just did very well. The focus fire was on point, going after the same targets. Was exactly as it should be. So that's the first matchup up and over already. Let's see. One of the BPSs also won. They won against First. Serenity and Jones are still duking it out with their matchups. Let's see. Serenity is versus Raid. And Jones would be versus the other BBS then. Ooh, they won that. So Jones has another point. But yeah. Let's have a look. Because like I said, no, actually I'm going to show you something else first. I showed these on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I'm going to show it to you after all. Because I want you to see this. Because this is ball 1. We've just seen him play. And I just want to show off how amazing he is. Because this is the thing. With the matches that we just see, you do not see Imo as they can be. They reached the top 8. And they honestly deserve better than this. And again, my saying that does not mean that Appa didn't deserve it or anything. It's not like that. They did. Appa played exceptionally well. They did fantastic. But whenever someone loses 4-0, I feel for them. Because they reached the top 8 and they're better than this. They're better than what we're seeing. So I felt that it would be good to show a game or two where you can see how amazing these players can be. They don't get in each other's way, because that would help. Oh, nice little bounce there. And some nice assisted damage. Yeah, level 2 trading just said, were those two TDs trolling each other? And it really looked like that. So that's why I think that there's an internet issue somewhere. Because they are in a team together. They're not going to be trolling each other. Not when there's so much at stake here. It's just weird. Just not sure what happened there. Aw, that's nice. Also, just... I'm getting some tags on Discord. I will check those after. Can't believe that penned. Casual 4K so far. And he can afford to take it. He's got plenty of HP for it. He can even afford to take a DS hit. I am going to ask what happened there. Because it looked so weird. I really just want to explain. I want to understand, let's put it that way. But I'll ask that after tonight because I don't want to bother them right now. They need to get their head back in the game for the second matchup. And that's going to be hard enough. But this is one of those, he makes it look so easy. And they're amazing players. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. Let's see. Like I said, I do have some 268-4 replays. I'm going to show you one of those. If I can find it. Because by now I've got quite a few replays. Let's see, this is it. And yes, I've shown it before, and honestly, you just get to see it again, because this is the thing, this tank can be so strong. If they get beside you, or if you're angled slightly, it doesn't work anymore, but if you're facing them head on, they have a hard time shooting you. Yeah, ultimate bait, that's the thing though. You have the, he says, but 268-4 trades so much HP for just about 300 more DPM than 60 DP. It also gets more armor, because I find that 60 DP is generally easier to pen than this thing. Depending of course where you're seeing it, but basically face forward, I can premo the crap out of a 60 DP. Which does not really work with this tank. Even with calibrated shells on most tanks. Not saying it never happens, don't get me wrong. But it is strong. Let's see. Slowly arriving at the battle. This is what I mean, just standing pretty much out in the open. The block damage potential on this tank is huge. And that definitely helps as well. And I was really looking forward to seeing the armor profile from the view, but then Yoda just ammo-racked him. A little bit too impatient there. And there we go, we're going to hug Nice 4 now. Let's see. But yeah, it's just, I feel for you more. So far they haven't gotten a single point, and I know they've got it in them. I mean, they were second. That shot though, oof. They were second in winter season, and very deservedly so. They did phenomenally. Yeah. Level 2 just said, sometimes it is just having a bad start to a season that can cause pressure on team members. I've been there, done that myself. That is very, very true. Nope. Too impatient there. But overall, nice casual game. But yeah. Basically, just wanted to show you the tank as well. And what it can do. Great little game there. Let's see, what have I got for you? Got an E100, okay. Let's see what that is then. Don't drive the E100 that much. Oh my god, B-Toon! Didn't know you were still playing. Yeah. There's things being shared now that might be the cause of what happened on with the building and the 268-4s. When the screen overheats, the rifle just doesn't respond to touch. Yeah, that has happened before. Then we have the basically sweaty hands or playing while charging. Yeah, that is true. Those are all issues. It's just oof, nice hit there. Oof. He got murdered quickly. Not gonna be enough. There we go. Yo gets taken out by the teammate. He's behind the building. There's another one behind the building. Someone's not happy with their ping. Let's see. So far, he's not managed to get many shots in. Wow, and then 183 is not happy. That went in. Wow. This is 183 though. That is special. That is better. There we go. Now he's getting into it. He has to be careful though. Because there is a Death Star somewhere there. There you go. Nice. Oh, that's a very important bounce. His teammate is a one shot for both of them. Are they going to push down though? Oh, slightly too impatient there. Let's see. They're just staying there. There you go. Thing is, they can just troll cap. They don't need to actually cap. Oh. Yeah, that is the end of the Sheridan. That's the thing. Oof. Now he's alone. This is why I always want to get like 2 repair kits. Oh my god. That is lucky C100. There we go. They won. Wow. Lovely little carry. Lovely little ace there. Let's see, how is the rest doing and when is our next match? Our next match is in about 20-ish. Serenity. That is still going, okay. And VPS. I think that was the one. No, that wasn't Jones won against them. The other BPS. I think we're missing one. No, they won as well. So it's just Serenity versus Raid that we're waiting for. So yeah, let's see. What else have I got for you? I've got an IS-3 gameplay that I'm going to show you now. Let's see. That is a very pretty camo. I like that. No idea what that's called, but it's pretty. Let's see. Very colourful. IS-3 was one of those things that I didn't think I would like, and in the beginning I really noobed out in it. But then I sort of like got the hang of it, understood how I should angle it, and then it worked so much better. Let's see. They are getting in each other's way a little bit. Oof. Pantera running off. Nice track shot there. Let's see. Didn't realize that the IS-3 can only carry so little ammo. Because I tend to really not carry that little promo. Nice little bounce there. He survived for longer than I thought he would. Let's see. Wow. Why do people have to be so rude? Yeah, that is a bit indecisive here about where to go. He's paying attention to his surroundings quite well. And he barely survives, but there we go. Only the AT left now, and that can be a pain to deal with. Also, just to reiterate, there are rewards for watching a stream. It is not this stream. Basically, there's a grand final stream for the second league, and that has already ended, as in the games have. But that's the one that you need to watch if you want to get rewards. Is he AFK? He certainly looks to be AFK. That is 3 damage then, that would be grand. There we go. Casual 4.4k damage. On the portal you need to log in, and as the portal states, the rewards will be granted on your account in a few hours after the end of the stream. Basically the stream will end at least about an hour from now, so yeah. Lovely little game there. That tiger did like a phenomenal amount of damage with 6 whole damage points. Oof. Let's see, we've got a few more. I can show you a few more replays. Let's see. What do I want to show you? I'm going to show you this because I'm curious. It's not a -4 replay that I haven't seen yet. Let's have a look. Oh dear God. 5M has been asking in the chat about the rewards and all of that, and then I'm not sure what he's doing, but not really listening. Let's see. Nice little camo on it. I wonder what the legendary camo will be once it gets one. Hope they make it something fun. I get the whole point with just serious camos and all, it's just not that much fun. Oof, nice big hit there. That's the thing, this gun, this tank can do so much damage. Yoku a bit too careful here. Still got your shot in though. Now his teammates are arriving. And they are getting in each other's way a little bit here. There you go, that helps. Flat ground apparently helps a little bit as well. Oof. That E100 did not live long. Okay, now one can give him loads of trouble. Oof. Nice hit. Oof, that did no damage. He did do like casually 4k so far. But he's in a bit of trouble now. Nice little bounce. Why do people have to be so rude? Oh, that was a much needed miss as well. $6k so far. And it just feels really, really casual. The IS-7 honestly deserves an upvote. He held so long and then he turned around to help. That is his second class. It's 6k damage. He was forwards and everything. The ace bar on this thing is going to be massive. Oh my god. Let's see. I think we can show you one more before we're going to get another next round. Let's see. Don't think I've watched this one yet. Also, just fair warning, you need to watch on the portal, make sure that you are logged in. The crates are for EU only because it's an EU stream. It's not this stream though, it's a Spanish stream for the grand finals that have already ended. You've already, basically you're not going to get all the boxes if you start watching now. But you might get 2. Maybe 3 if you're really lucky. Let's have a look. And that did not ban. Casually capping the base. This is basically, it's always good to cap the base first and then focus on what tanks you can shoot. Because capping that base gives your team an advantage. They have 2 bases now, so that's not a good thing. Neo is holding back. And he's turning around to go help deal with the other side. That was needed. Tungsten shells as well. There we go. That's one gone. Oh! That E1 just got pretty much obliterated. Basically, you need to go to the second league stream in order to get rewards. This is the first league stream. The first league streams do not have rewards until Wednesday. From Wednesday onwards, yes, there will be rewards for them. I think Frank is not too happy. Oh, bless. Ramming speed. Nope, denied. And suddenly it's 5 versus 3. They should have this, to be honest. Nice. They should get a base though. There we go, just to be safe. I showed one of Arcade Roy's in an earlier stream. Oof, nice. For watching on the grand final stream for the second league on the portal, yes, there is containers only. Those containers contain Prem Day certs, 4 tanks and potential tank and everything. Drop rate is really, really low though. There we go. They should have this. There we go. Cheeky little game there. Drove pretty much around the map. Nice little ace there. It's always a bit low with loading these. And 560 supremacy points to boot. Like, some people, they get first classes and then I see them not be happy about that. But then I remind them basically that not enough supremacy points, and they tag me and they go like, but it's encounter, and I'm like, that's the point. You just get more XP with supremacy points. That's why it's easier to ace a tank in supremacy. If you get like an early cap and all, it helps. Let's have a look, by the way. Serenity 1 versus Raid. Tomorrow, by the way, I get this matchup. Serenity versus Jones to stream. So that's going to be epic. Really looking forward to watching those. What's the word for it? Giants clash? I don't know. But that's going to be fun. But in 2 minutes we will get the room invite, so I'm not showing you a replay any longer. Also, fair warning, I do think that this tank, it is really, really good, but there's a 4% drop chance, which means that the chances of you not getting the tank is 96% per crate. Your probability may rise, but it doesn't mean that with the more crates you buy, the higher the chance that you get the tank. No, per crate it always stays 4%. So please keep that in mind. So yeah. Let's have a look, by the way, also at the second league. Who took that home? TTYTT took it home. They won from a fill. Let's have a look. 5-2, oof. Yes, that's the thing. I've got the stream running on a portal, but I can't actually watch it. I just look at the times every now and again to make sure that it's still going. But yeah, Wargaming is a bit confusing with... I can't show it on the stream because the text doesn't show up for some reason. But yeah, Wargaming is a bit confusing with the way that they've put things in the news. And basically, it is like... it is good. It is standing there as it is. Like, for the grand finals from the second league and for the final stage of the first league, you can get stuff. But they don't give that impression with the first bit of the news. And the first bit of the news is what people have read. And they forget about to read the rest. Basically, it's like not reading the fine print. And I really wish that Wargaming would be more clear about those kind of things, like up front. Because basically, we've had to just explain so much more than we would have needed to be to do otherwise about how the streams work and the rewards work and all of that. Like also now, I have to explain to people how to get rewards for another stream on the portal, even though this stream is also on the portal, but it is not the stream on the portal that you need to see to get rewards. It's confusing. But yeah. Just waiting for the room time to go beneath 3 minutes before I go in, because I don't want people to stream snipe one another. We are going to have Immorphus first though, so at least one of them will have a point after this matchup. But so far both have 0 points, so that's gonna be... like, it's gonna be for honor, I think. Neither have a chance to reach the top 4 anymore. There's just too many people with more points that they can possibly get, because they can get max 2 points. And if we look at the chart here, the top 4 already has 3 points or more, so they can't get into the top 4 anymore, which to be honest is sad. So I'm really hoping that they are going to just show their best and do it for all now, just to go out with a bang. Because it's tough like this, and I always wish them better. I like close games, and I like it when you get tiebreakers and all that. I get that it's very stressful for the people playing it, but both these teams, they did reach the top 8, and that's something to keep in mind too. Now, we see the Dash 4s arriving again, this time on Dynasty's Pearl. So that's going to be interesting to see how they perform. We also see VK72 in the mouse and 3 IS7s. No light tank. And on the other side we see 2 mice, 260 DPs. Potentially 263. And I'm very curious, there we go, another mouse, about whether or not they're going to have 7 players, because they have less than 2 minutes left now. This was an issue last game as well. Last stream as well. I was streaming them, and one team up, they only had 6 players. And that's kind of like, that gives an advantage to the other team straight away. There we go, we have a 6th one. Now we need a 7th one. Let's see. One minute left. And then we start the last matchup of the evening. "51 seconds. This is like, oh, I'm not sure what to talk about at this stage. Generally just chattering. I'm also really, really tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. But still, I love these games. I love being able to stream them, and I love just witnessing what happens. Yeah, I get a bit frustrated when watching them at times, and it's not... I know they're better, and they deserve better, and I want everyone to win, and I know that that's not possible, of course. But you kind of like, you see these guys play their hearts out, and it not being enough, it breaks your heart. Regardless of whether you like a team or not, or what team you're rooting for, it always breaks your heart. There we go. First match. 3 mice, 360 DPs in LT versus 3 IS7s, a mouse, 2 -4s and a VK72. They seem to be like really set on proving that those -4s can handle themselves. And I think that they can, but they need more team support. Let's go. Immo heading towards the base A area. First doing the same thing. Are we going to see a sort of head-to-head kind of thing? I think Bowen just shot the air there. Cheeky kept by... Oh god, what was the... Frightening, that's the word I was looking for. Remitastic taking a bit of a hit there. Alco arriving. Renamed, managing to bounce all shots so far. Base B has been kept though. Base C now also being kept. This is clever by First. Basically locking down the gameplay on one side. And there's not much they can do. The IS-7s have been spotted. They're not being focused on right now. But now we have Balwan that is potentially in a lot of trouble. Look at how forwards he's being. Makalu. Renamed, losing a little bit more HP there. Overextended, over-angled. Now if the dash falls... Oof, social credit losing more HP. They are moving forward a little, but they have two bases. Social credit now being focused on. Frightening getting hit there. Makalu not being too healthy anymore. If this shot spends, then he is gone. And it does. Or at least does enough damage to murder him. Social credit is almost gone. He does get another shot in though. There goes Kudova. There goes social credit. But they have two bases. That's the issue. Kakalo gets taken. Oof, big hits there. And they need to take out the guns because they're already at 845 points. Alco gets taken out. It is 5 versus 4 and it looked to be going the other way, to be honest. Gun-wise and all. Oh, that shot not penning. Literally wins first the game here. And First has the first game. And it was relatively close, but in this case it was Frightening that won the game just by capping those bases. And Imo not responding to that. 1.5 minutes left. Before we go into the second game of this best of 7. First, basically they're both rethinking their lineups now. And we see one of the dash 4s being changed for an IS-7 now. So, we see 3 60DPs, 3 mice and an LT on the first side. And on the other side we see 1 60DP, potentially 3 mice and 3 IS-7s. If they're already up like this. That is a tricky lineup though, because the mice... There we go, not an IS-7. The issue is that with the mice, they have a lot of armor. But they're also very cumbersome, very slow to get places. So in a situation like we had the last game, that can be an issue. There we go. Half a minute left before we go into the second game of this best of 7. Let's see. I have this Philips Living Colors light, and you can set it to any color, or you can set it sort of like to switch color on its own. And I really like my lamp, so I always set it to switch color on its own, because I like it just changing the ambience of my space every now and again. Let's go. More focusing on the base C-ish side now. I'm not sure if they're actually going... What is up with that? He did that last game as well. Shooting the sky. First... Oh, frightening. Is spotting all of them. They know it's going to be there, but he's not going to stay there, obviously. When all of them are there. And they're going around the back. Base A will be kept. And they kind of need to cap base B, but I'm not sure they're going to get away with that if they try. Social credit taking a hit there. I'm not sure what they're trying to say with that. That is a good shot though. Oof. Big hits there. They're trying to side scrape there, but we have... He's AFK. No, he woke up now. Oof. That was very lucky. Base B has been capped by both mice. And they are getting out of there. And they need to. Now they've got 2 bases, but we've had games where they just pushed through the middle then. And it cost them loads. They have to be careful though, they have to preserve the HP. Be ready for the push, not just trade. Let's see. Kaniotsu there. Not going for that shot. People are being bled a little bit. Krugio has not been spotted. Now he has. He gets not a shot in, but he takes one back. And now we are first pushing that side, and they need to be careful. Everyone has been spotted. Kakalo is getting out of there. Imo is pushing on the other side. Kakalo losing a lot of HP very quickly. Balwon not looking too healthy there. This is what? Huh? They're focusing so many different kind of targets here. They are getting that. They are going to cap the base. Base C is being stolen. Kakalo is not going to survive this. Probably Krugio isn't either. That's an important miss on frightening there. Base A has been capped. Kirivek gets taken out. Krugio is going to burn alive. Oh, they both got taken out. And Imo has this game. But they nearly didn't. HP wise, first as an advantage. It's just... When they pushed, they started focusing so many different kind of targets. It still worked out for them, but it worked out for them because of the points. I'm not sure if it would have otherwise. (1-1), and we are moving on to Alpenstadt as a map. And we see first now taking 3 60TPs, 2 LTs, and potentially 2 mice. Maybe not. No, we see an IS-7. Changes are being made. Okay, 2 60TPs, 2 LTs, 2 IS-7s, and a VK-72. Versus, we see a Yo. We see 2 IS-7s. We see 3 IS-7s even, and 2 LTs and a mouse. Oof. It's intense though, like this. Even though neither of these teams can reach the finals anymore, I think that there's a lot riding on this. So that's important. Just to get the point at least. To be away from that 0. "20 seconds left to go before we go into the matchup. The third game of this best of 7. No pressure just yet. Right now it's even Stevens once on the board. And here we go. Let's see. Here we go. The lights heading towards base A. Not all of them though. Most are first heading there as well, so basically Imo has to be careful where they position. Frightening has been spotted. So grateful that I know how to pronounce his name, even though it's like, it looks completely different, but apparently it says frightening. And he also has been spotted there. And we have Makalu. No heading into the base. Base B now being capped by the mouse. He does get spotted though. And he does get hit for it, and he's going to be spotted for a long time because of that hit. They do reset base A. Base B should be theirs. Base C should be theirs as well. There we go. The lights on the base C side. And he also has to be careful not to... Oof, he does get hit there. But they have 2 bases. Shots are fired. Oof, social credit losing a lot of HP there. Has to be a bit more careful. Little bits of HP being hit here and there. Imo now going to have their base C cap stolen from them. And they really need to not have that happen. But now, this is clever. Oh! Base C has been stolen. Shrax manages to get out of there alive. Can he also as well? Not losing much HP for it, even. But that might have been a trap. Look at the 5 guns now training on these 3. And the IS-7s are high and dry in the hills, so they might survive for quite a long time. There goes... No, I don't know. No Kopuk? I don't know. Probably, again, pronouncing that all wrong. I know, I'm aware. I do apologize. Oof. Was that an ammo rack? No, it wasn't an ammo rack. Just a lot of HP vanishing. And he also has to be careful not to get drawn in too much. Because he's going to get hurt a lot then. Base A now being capped. Honestly, they shoot... Oof! Oh, Balvan! That focus fire, though. They should steal base C back here. Because they need... Basically, Imo needs... Oof. Social credit now. Losing a lot of HP. Being in a very precarious position. And first, it's just going at him. He does get another shot in, but that's not going to last him. Base C is being taken, and they really need that. And there he goes. Now we have renamed and frightening going after Kaniotsu. Makalu arriving as well. First is just wrapping things up now. The focus fire from First is on point. And it's just... The frustrating thing here is that this didn't need to happen again. Because now it's just Krugiel versus 5 guns. So that Space C is being kept back. He's just going to get murdered. There he goes. I'm not sure what's happening with Immo here. And I've said that before, but it kind of just like there's no team cohesion. They're not focus firing. They're not focusing on the same kind of targets. Every now and again that they do, but most of the time they don't. And they're better than that. They know. They know how to do this. It's just, again, it's just not coming out. And again, like the focus firing from First was on point and beautiful. Well, Immo, where are you? Come back. Well, to be fair, this stream is on the portal as well. You just said the official live is on the portal. This is on the portal, just not a reward stream. But yeah, for the second match in Alberstadt, First is now taking 2 60TPs, 2 LTs, 2 IS7s, and a VK72. And Immo is going for 3 LTs, 3 IS7s, and a mouse. Let's see. I just really want to see the Immo that we saw in winter season, because they were just so beautiful to watch and so like innocent isn't the right word, but like I don't know the English word. In the Netherlands you would say like uncaught, untainted. It's kind of like when you're new to something, you've got nothing to lose. You've got anything you get is basically a win. And that was the Immo that we saw in winter season. They became second. They had hoped to get top 8 and they hadn't expected anything more than that. And I think that right now there might just be too much pressure on them and it's not working out. Let's see. It is 2-1. No real pressure just yet. Anything can still happen. That being said, Immo must be feeling the pressure and they do need to basically get together and just make it happen somehow. Is he standing out in the open there? Oh, he's basically turned that way. Base A going to be kept quite aggressively here. We have First on the other side going for base C. Frightening is heading off. He's not AFK, he's holding. And now Olgo and Krugiel have to be careful not to be caught out because they don't have much support there. Immo has the base advantage. They do not need to push. The enemy Tastic having taken a little bit of a hit there. Makalu getting shot there. Base C is pretty much unprotected. They might be trying to take it. And they do. Immo is not staying there. Kirova taking a hit. Krugiel getting decapped. Base C now being stolen. Base B might get... Oh, he does get it. Base C now also being taken. They have 3 bases. Now it's a matter of survival. They don't need to take any chances. They just need to survive. They need to focus fire. They need to run away and just survive. Kakalo is not going to survive this. Frightening is going to be chased and going to be hit repeatedly. Kakalo gets taken out. Frightening still alive. There's a merry race going on. And gets taken out. Base A is being stolen. We're at 815 points. Alco is out in the open. Krugel! I was afraid that he was just going to go down there. Balvan. They need to just survive. They don't need to take any chances. All they need to do is survive. 975 points. They got Kirua. And Imo has the game. Going for the caps and surviving is working. The second game that they've won is won like that. They need to be more careful. Yeah, Mutsu just said. I will be honest, Amma, the season streams are very confused. Couldn't we just have named them professionals and challenges instead of first league and second league? I fully agree. The whole way that they keep changing the names of the seasons and how they work is very, very confusing. Top 8 is, in my opinion, always professionals. And top 16, well, 16 to 8 is always challenges. Actually, like, the images that I use are professionals and challenges, regardless of how wargaming names them. Because that, for me, just makes it easy to find them and know exactly what they are. So now it's 2-2. We are moving on to Ghost Factory. Very tricky map to play. I've always found that generally it's a walkover for one team or the other, and that makes this a very tricky map. Imo taking a Yo, 3 IS-7s, 2 LTs in a VK versus 2 60TPs, 2 LTs, a mouse, a VK, 72, and an IS-7. Muto just said that their tactics confuse and frighten me, sir. No, I can only agree with that. Thing is that I always, for me, the main thing that I do with these tools is say what's happening, what needs to happen, and where it went wrong. Because there's always this pivotal point where something starts to work or fall, depending on something happening. In this case, the bases that Imo got, and then basically just letting first chase them around. The only thing that made it intense is that they didn't always run. They just stayed half there and half didn't, and it got some of them killed. But that is to say that I would never, ever, ever pretend to be able to play at this level. I can see what needs to happen. I can see where things go wrong. I'm not nearly pro enough to do it. Let's see. C and B are both being capped. I'm gonna try and get into the building. It doesn't always work. I want to get into the building. Oh god. That is definite issues. I'm not sure what he's doing. Alco is having internet issues, I think. It's not letting me switch. Whatever. There we go. Now we can look around a little bit. Elko is very unhealthy. Tanks are being bled a little bit here and there. Oh, that bounced though. There goes Elko. Face hugging happening in here. Renamed user gets taken out. Both teams have lost a tank. They want to keep social credit safe. But he's going to need help with the mouse here. Oof, there goes social credit. That shot not panning is very important. There goes 2-2. Keniotsu and Kiriwa and Shrek's both being taken out. Krugel is not looking too healthy. He's still alive, if barely. Oof, there goes the mouse. See your Makalo being taken out. Remy testing now being focused on. The buildings make this map really tricky too. There we go. 3 versus 2. There, he actually gets set on fire as well. And Imo has this game. Sorry for the chaotic camera work, because I can't get into the building unless I do not use free cam, so that makes it difficult. But this was a much better game by Imo. More focus fire, more teamwork, blocking each other, as in blocking the enemy to keep each other safe and all of that. Well done. And now they're up for potential match point. It is a best of 7. So the first to reach 4 victories gets the point. Imo now ready with a Yo, 3 IS-7s, 2 LTs and a VK-72. And on the other side we see 2 60TPs, 2 LTs, a mouse, a VK-72 and potentially an IS-7. No, it's not a 60TP. If you watched the stream on the grand finals for the second league on the portal, by the way, you should have all the rewards now. They at least gave it a little bit longer. I asked for them to add more time because it was just too tight with the timers and it basically cutting off and everything. So I'm glad that it got expanded just a little bit. "35 seconds left to go. Potential match point for Imo here. And let's see. After that I'll check the other standings. And we'll have a look at how it's all gone. Only one more matchup tomorrow, so they could potentially already be a top 4. We do not know. But we will see. Here we go. I will try to stay free cam. The stupid thing is that you've got like the numbers to switch tanks, and for some reason it's not working for me, so I don't know. But if I start using like the shift and the alt commands and everything, then it messes up even more. Now I have lights versus lights going to happen near A. No, they're deciding to not be there. Base C is being taken. Very forward social credit here. He has to be careful not to be called out there. First blood is drawn. And there's some very... Oof, that shot went pretty much nowhere. But he's going to face the mouse on his own. He has to be careful with that. Base D is being taken. Base B is being taken. But Alco is facing Senior Makalo on his own. And... Oof. Taking huge hits for it. First is responding. They are pushing back. Kakalo now in a tricky position. HP wise, guns are being lost left and right, but they need to make sure that all the shots count. Frightening has been taken out. 2-2 has been taken out. Kakalo now being focused on. Oh, I wish I could show you this properly, like from the air. Kakalo is still alive. He does get another hit in there. And as Makalo is moving in, he's not going to survive another reload, probably. But Kiruak gets taken out first. And Kakalo gets another hit in. 3 guns gone from first. 2 guns gone from Imor. Are we seeing the rise of Imor? Imor showing itself to be just a tiny bit immortal here. 2 guns left. Imor has this matchup. Imor gets the point. Imor going home with a point at least. No idea what's being said in the chat. And there's certain game dubs that happen. You can see with some of the shots just being weird. But Imor taking home the point here. And again, this is like... Both these teams deserved it. Like the first matches, first was proper dominance. And the focus fire was just on point and beautiful. This is what I mean. You want... I want everyone to win. Because they all deserve it. And they all show these beautiful moments. But I have to say that it's really nice that after Imor just didn't seem to be able to find it. Whatever it was. But just not to be able to find it. And these last few games, they were just on point. I'm happy for them. And I feel so sad for first. Because again, they deserve it too. Just, yeah. Let's have a look. There are still matches going on by the looks of it. Serenity won from BPS. And then we have Jones. Come on. Jones lost to Appa. Oh, wow. Did not see that coming. They've been very strong. I've not seen them play yet, but they've been very strong. BPS versus Raid is still going on. And we've seen this one. Basically, if this BPS wins from Raid, then the top 4 is known. Because then Raid and the other BPS, and obviously Imor and First, cannot get enough points to get to the top 4. So this is going to be interesting to see. I am going to show you a replay to pass the time. And we'll have a look afterwards. Let's see. Mod 1. Let's see. Campsilla, one of my least favorite. Well, pretty much, it is my least favorite map. But it can be quite fun. Like in encounter, well, in subs, I should say, like random battles, it can be quite fun. And I don't mind playing it. But when it comes to tours, it is a very tricky map. And it leads to a lot of stalemate gaming, usually. What is he doing? He's just like full YOLO? I'm not sure, but he's kind of forcing Napoleon to go with him. He's still alive though. Not for long, there he goes. He could potentially just farm a lot here. At the same time, he has to be careful, because he is very much alone there. Whatever you do, don't drop down that gun that way. Team does need to spot some. There you go. Nice. Let's see. If you watched on the portal and you were logged in, the crate description actually says the rewards will be granted on your account in a few hours after the stream ends. The stream is still going, so those few hours have not yet started. Oof. What is that guy doing? This guy says free to farm. But again, he still has to be careful. Because he's very much alone there. He's just able to farm quite nicely. Like, look at the amount of guns that are already gone. He's had a pretty good damage game so far, but just the team is evaporating. Nice little shot there. Because the thing is, when you... No. Honestly, when they're that much evaporating, you shouldn't even want that. Okay, with 3 arriving. Oof. He's going to lose his teammates so fast here. Oh, that was very needed. And he's on his own there, that's the issue. Oof. Oh, that is lucky. Whew. This is intense though. Oh, that was very needed. But he's got very little HP now. That is helpful. Oh my god. No pressure. Super Pershing is going to be difficult. Look at the amount of damage done though. Did he just drown himself? What on earth? Oh my god. Wait, 10 seconds left to go. What even was this? That Black Prince, did he drown himself? That's ridiculous. Look at that, what a carry. What did this guy do? Oh, he destroyed himself. Wow, okay. Let's have a look. BPS won that. Actually, no, if they... Did it update the points yet? Let's see, BPS 1, 3, 4. They did 1, 4, so their points isn't updated yet. But that means that the top 4 is known. Just not the order. But Raid, the other BPS, Immo, and First can all not get top 4 anymore. The top 4 is Serenity, Jones, Appa, and Spit Rally. Massive congrats to the top 4. I am still very much looking forward to Serenity versus Jones tomorrow. That's going to be great fun to watch. I'm hoping to see you guys there. And after that, of course, the final stages. Not sure yet if I get to stream them. Wargaming hasn't told us yet who gets to. So there is that. But we will wait and see. For now, though, I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you, both teams that, well, all 3 teams that we saw today, for the lovely games. I always want everyone to get all the points. But we've seen beautiful action from both First and both Immo today. It's just, yeah. And of course Appa, but like I'm focusing on these 2 because they're all the way at the bottom and they deserve more than that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be seeing you at least tomorrow for the final round of the round robins, even though the top 4 is already known. And I wish you all a very good evening. Bye bye.